need to talk about the match a bit more in detail. Did South Africa blunder winning the toss, opting to bat? And was it because of the fact that they knew that they weren't so good chasing, even though it was overcast? And you said in the 6:30 show that the wicket had been covered. There was bound to be moisture as well. Because what? They got to 18 in the first 10. It's their lowest power play score in, what, 15 years?
Yeah, two for 18. Yeah, that was the, you know, the quality of the bowling they were facing and the difficulty of the pitch. There was moisture in it simply because the sweating that occurred whilst the covers were on it. You know, and by the time Australia batted, that moisture had evaporated. Even though there wasn't so much sun, there was still heat, and it evaporated. So maybe you know, people will look back and say, well, why didn't you bowl first? Well, you know, South Africa much prefer bowling second. And they like to bat first. They've had good memories of batting first. But if they knew it was going to behave like that and still batted, then that's a bit of a question mark.
There's another question mark.
I don't think they did.
The another question mark is the captain, Temba Bavuma.
Yeah, played.
Temba Bavuma played when he was not 100% fit.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I not being disrespectful to him, I loved his captaincy. He was aggressive, but he wasn't 100% fit, and then he got out in the first over. Let's bring up Temba Bavuma's numbers in this World Cup. They don't paint a very good picture. He came very close to being dropped earlier on in the last T20 World Cup. I'm told there was a vote, and the team voted that he continues playing, even though he was captain. These are his numbers. 8 matches, 145 runs. Even a lower middle order batter wouldn't be happy with these numbers. An average of 18. He's captain. He's captain. He's leading his opener as well. Not good.
Yeah, he'd be embarrassed looking at that, I'm sure. But
was it the right call? Reza Hendricks was there. He was an able sort of deputy in that one game when he sat out.
When they didn't play Lungi and Giddy, he had to play. There's a quota system. You have to play 2 black Africans. So he was the only other one with Rabada and Temba, so he had to play. So that's my understanding, it's my opinion, despite not being 100% fit. So that's a decision they made, and you know, that's a decision they went with, and he is the captain, so everyone seemed to be...
But that's a political decision. Should that apply to a World Cup semi-final?
Vernon, that was the big talk in Australia, New Zealand. Vernon Philander came in to satisfy that quota, and he wasn't 100% fit, and they lost the game, semi-final.
So Cricket South Africa had to blame here?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's
could they have relaxed it, knowing that he wasn't fit?
Oh, maybe, but they could have played Lungi and Giddy.
But then Shamsi would have sat out. And Shamsi had an absolute brilliant game.
Not Shamsi. Kutsia.
Who's pretty good as well.
But that was always going to be one or the other, right? Fast bowler for fast bowler. So, you know, rightly or wrongly, I could be wrong, but that's the way I see it. And sadly for South Africa, he didn't trouble the scorers at all with his 0. Yeah, but he captained okay.
The others didn't do as well, 24 for 4. That was a shock. Yeah. But were you sort of surprised by the fight back? Because it was pretty impressive, the way Heinrich Klaasen and David Miller played.
Oh, from the batting, yes.
From the batting point of view?
Very much so. Once they started, you know, they went off at the 14th over, and when they came back on, I was really perplexed to know why the leg spinner came on straight away. And the only thing I thought of was maybe they wanted to get the 20 overs in before it rains again, so therefore at least half the game is completed. But clearly that wasn't the right decision, and he just wasn't landing the ball. And
he was going for a few?
Yes, and he had a small spell, got not good, and then again he bowled right at the end as well. That was a big gamble Cummins took in the 40-something over, with Miller still there, and giving him the ball, and he